So check it, y'all. Young Thug is free. He's out here in these streets. He's back out here. Plea deal. Let's get this thing rolling. What's happening, people? It's the homie Smitster 400. Happy Halloween to those who celebrate. I'm in here with the Chucky mask, getting it going. Now, Thugger Thugger is free. Thugger Thugger is free. He out here moving in these streets. We're going to get right into it. Let's get the content up, man. Shout out Law and Crime. Yeah, let's see what Thug talk about, man. Thug gives a heartfelt speech before walking out of the YSL trial. Let's get to it.
I take full responsibility for, you know, my crimes or my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom. My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all their names, my managers, my kids that's not here. Really everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just having so much time invested into this, and I am a smart guy. I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart. I find myself in a lot of stuff because I was just nice or cool, and I understand that you can't be that way when you reach a certain height because it could end bad, and it don't really have to have nothing to do with you, but it could end bad and it could, fall on you. And I know the choice is yours, it's up to you. And I hope that you allow me to go home today and just trust in me to just do the right thing and never see you again unless it's at a bar in the future or something. Just out of this type of situation, I promise you I won't ever be in this type of situation again. I'm going away. I've learned from my mistakes. I come from nothing and I've made something and I didn't take full advantage of it. I'm sorry. Through these last 2.5 years of my life, you are really, truly, honestly, the best thing that has happened to me because you made everything fair for me and everybody involved on both sides. I'm sorry to the sheriff, everybody for just having to put extra time in. I know y'all got paid more money, but I'm sorry for y'all having to put this extra time in to be away from y'all family, and I just hope that you find it in your heart to allow me to go home and be with my family and just do better as a person. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I am. I know the heights I've reached. I know the impact I got on people, period, in the community, all people. I learned that late, these past 2 or 3 years of my life, I kind of learned that late. And maybe it was because I was, probably on drugs or anything, I don't know. But I have came to my senses and I understand what I mean to this world. But I am a good guy,
So far, it seems like Thug is very remorseful. It seems like Thug is definitely feeling honest remorse for his actions. I feel like Thug has been sitting around sitting down for a minute because when you get put in that cell, bro, you ain't got nothing but time. You ain't got nothing but time to think. You ain't got nothing but time to figure out who's who and who was there for you, where you may have messed up to put you in the particular situation that got you in the box. So shout out to Thug for, realizing that it could be the fact. Now, it could be the fact that he is sober that he realizes it. But like he said, being locked down could be the best thing, or was the best thing that happened for him. And unfortunately, man, that's kind of how it happens to most people. They they don't realize until they locked up that being locked up is the best thing for them, because if they was out, maybe they might have OD'd, maybe they might have been further implicated in some ish that could have been way worse. You feel me? To where he might not have this opportunity to have a plea deal. So shout out to Thug for that. Let's get back to it.
I don't mind doing stuff like, free shows, and I always did that. I did free shows and gave it to single parents, millions of dollars. I made $1.8 million on a free show, and I gave it all to single parent charity. And I did like 2 or 3 shows that made like $700,000 a piece, and I gave it to the breast cancer organization. I do things like I put millions of dollars back into my community for real. I really did. I did more than anybody ever did from my side, But I understand, rap lyrics. I understand how it could be twisted. I understand what it could do to the mind of people. I understand all that, and I promise you, I'm 100% changing that. It's just, I'm older, I'm grown now, and it's just like, I'm smarter. It's more things to rap about. Like I've experienced a lot of good things. I experienced more bad things, but I experienced a lot of good things too. And anyway, I can go forever.
Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate that you do realize how much of an impact you have on people. It's
Look, when it comes to the music, Thug about to give us some material. Now, if he can't rap about thugging, what else he finna rap about? He gonna have to give us another perspective, like how Jay used to be like, talking about, he did it so you ain't have to type ish. Yeah, like we could possibly be getting ready to see a more introspective Thug. That would be dope.
it's past your neighborhood. It's worldwide, especially young people. And having come up from where you came up from and living in and around that, that gangs are damaging to our community. And it may be that a whole lot of rap music and the rap industry is, honestly, it sounds like a modern day version of kind of WWE wrestling that used to be on television, where people would just get up and posture and act like they hated each other. And it may be that that's a lot of what is going on in the music industry with rap. But whether it is fake or not, it has tremendous impact on kids and young people who think, this is cool, this is what I want to do. Look at him, he's a millionaire. I can do that by being, a gangster in the streets. And that's not true. What you're likely to have happen to you if you're a gangster in the streets is you get shot, you get killed, or you get thrown in prison.
All the unglorifying ish that a lot of artists don't talk about. They talk about the trap, they talk about running it up, you feel me? But they don't never really give you that other side of what could actually happen. If you want that, listen to Smitty Bands, listen to other artists out there. Yeah, shameless plug. Let's go.
And those are, by far the most likely outcomes. And, you've been in here watching the trial, and you've seen the pictures of Mr. Ryan posing with a gun as big as he is at 15 years old and going out and shooting and killing another teenager.
It's sad the way that music does that. Especially drill rap. Drill rap is so toxic to the community, bruh. I'm gonna let her keep going.
And that's what gangs do. And that's unfortunately a lot of what rap music does. And if you are a modern day John Lennon, he might have rapped too in this day and age. I don't know, but I know you're talented. And even if you choose to continue to rap, You need to try to use your influence to let kids know that that is not the way to go, and that there are ways out of poverty besides hooking up with the powerful guy at the end of the street selling drugs. And, you know, I know that happens for protection sometimes, but a much better way would be getting an education and setting, you know, hanging around with people who set a good example. And you be one of those people that sets a good example. I mean, all right, so that's my high horse on that. I could also go on. But I want you to try to be more of the solution and less of the problem. All right? All right.
So the judge is saying basically she want Thug to come out and be more positive in his music. We finna see what his lawyers are speaking about, because I have that clip ready to go. Let's get to it. Not trying to waste too much time. This is on the fly because this news just popped out. So Young Thug, he free, he out here. Let's see what's going on.
Of everything. So this is very painful, but that's another 3 months or so in custody, and he wants to go home to his family. And negotiations totally broke down with the district attorney's office, horribly broke down. And at that point, we believe that justice would be found with the honorable court. And Jeffrey just wanted to go home. So
correction, he's not free yet. Jeffrey wants to go home. I guess I didn't play that part. I cut it off. It was kind of getting a little long-winded. I ain't gonna hold you. So I had to cut it off. It was a little long-winded. So I ain't here as far as like if he was set free yet or not. So apparently he's still locked up. What'd he say? Like 3 months? What's going on?
How agonizing it is to know that we've spent a year trying a case where the prosecutors have put on lies, knowing lies, hiding evidence, is insane in 2024 in the United States of America. And the only reason that this got revealed is because of you people. You people brought the truth to the community, because nobody knows this. This is not the only courtroom it's happening in, and I just want to thank all of you. I especially want to thank Jeffrey for letting me represent him. I think he's a wonderful person who does wonderful things and will continue to do things even greater. I cannot express to you how Shaquille Kokomo, how Trisha Renard, how Haley, how my wife Colette, how Bram, how countless people, but especially Miss Courtney Edwards, has worked without sleep for 3 years representing Jeffrey and helping him. I will never be able to stand with anyone more ethical, honest, hardworking, insightful, intelligent, and kind than the Honorable Keith Adams. The gentleman to my left is the best lawyer in the country.
Mr. Steele, do you think prosecutors negotiated in good faith at all during any of these negotiations?
Why don't you let me take this one? Let me answer that. The short answer is no. This is a case that possibly could have been resolved if folks were reasonable. But we did not believe that we could enter into good faith negotiations with people who wanted a case resolved in a manner simply to save face. And Jeffrey Williams was not going to say things that they wrote for him, that they wanted him to say, that was their theory when it wasn't true. And so, good faith, no. I don't believe we were ever really negotiating in good faith. And you've been here the past year that this case has been on trial. You've seen the numerous motions for mistrial. You've seen the behavior of the state. You've seen the dishonesty. You've seen everything being hidden. You've seen things come out in court, in front of you. And so you know what kind of prosecution we were dealing with, and that's okay. You know, Mr. Steele and I have fought through this the past 2.5 years. And as he said, we ultimately decided we were going to put our faith in the court as opposed to the folks on the other side of the aisle. And, you know, the best thing out of all of this is that Jeffrey Williams, in a very short period of time, will be home. And that's all we've wanted from May 9th when they went and picked him up.
So Thugger about to give us a crazy album. He about to give us a crazy album. Let's go to Say Cheese, man. Shout out Say Cheese. Let's go to Say Cheese, man. I'm doing this on the fly. This Smitster Reacts live. We gonna get right to it. Say Cheese. Sentenced to 40 years. Will serve the rest on probation. That's crazy. Sentenced to 40 years. The first 5 years in prison, time served, and will serve the rest on probation. I feel like they be trying to get you with that probation ish, because it's like, how long can you be Mr. Goody Two Shoes? Like, how long can you really change your life? Like, I got a homie on a situation like that where he's home, but like anytime he slipped, they be playing with him. They be locking him up for 30 days. They be playing games with him because he got a case that's, you know, similar to where he's free, but he got certain release conditions. And if, speaking of release conditions, let's bring these up. If you mess them conditions up like 6ix9ine, you right back in the bing. So look, banned from Metro Atlanta for 10 years, except for family weddings, funerals. That is crazy, bro. Wow. For 10, you can't be in your home city for 10 years. Where you finna go? Texas, Miami, like NY? Where you finna go, bro? Don't go to LA. Don't go to LA. Must give 4 annual anti-gang gun presentations, concerts. 4 annual anti-gang concerts in Metro Atlanta that you're banned from for 10 years? That's wild. Allowed to travel for work. No contact with gang members. That's hard. Or co-defendants, except his brother and gonna wanna. What's happening? That's crazy. Could we get a Gunna and Thug album? A positive Gunna and Thug album? Possible. Look, forbidden from promoting gang-related content in any form. That is what we finna get from Thug, because, I mean, no more slat. This is crazy. Wow. But look, blessings, much success to Young Thug. I hope he really, you know, flies straight and doesn't let the system, you know, because look, a 40-year sentence, like, damn. So you talking about 35 years of probation? Sheesh. You under the microscope, like heavy, G. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, man, the homie Smitster 400. This has been Smitster Reacts to Young Thug taking a plea deal live. Yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, comment, subscribe. When you catch this on the flip side after the fact, you know what it is. We out of here. Owie.